What's going on YouTube? It's Dragon Master 2393 here with a deck update on my zing deck. I went to the OTS this weekend and I made top 4, third place. So I'm going to go ahead and get right into the deck profile. I made a few changes from last time. If there's some things that you don't agree with or you have questions about, don't forget to comment and I will get back to it as soon as I can. Remember, the team members are also reviewing the channel and uploading stuff. So yeah, let's go ahead and just get right up into it. Starting off, we have 3 Chaiwin. He is your main tuner of the deck. I run 3 of him only because he's a floater and he gives you the option of summoning in defense or attack when destroyed. And when a zing on my side of the field is destroyed by battle or by card effect is sent to the grave, I special summon him from the grave. So he's a plague spreader in a nutshell. But when he's removed from the field, he's also removed from play. So you have to run 3 of him. Next up, we have 3 Sawani. I run 3 because he is my 19 beat stick. When he's destroyed by battle or by card effect and sent to the graveyard, you special summon a zing in defense position. When used as a synchro material, he buffs the synchro monster by 500 attack and 500 defense. So that extra 500 can potentially push for game. Also run him at 3. Next, we have 3 buy-in. I've been going back and forth between 2 and 3, but for the OTS, I decided to run him at 3 only because he is 1600, so he is able to get over not a lot of things, but some stuff. And plus, that extra 16 damage to direct life points can really hurt somebody. Has the same effect as Sawani when destroyed by battle or by card effect, special summoning zing monster in defense position. So he's really good. And his effect when he uses synchro material, he buffs the monster by battle, so it can't be destroyed during battle. I find this effect to be okay. It's not the worst, but it's also not the best. It's kind of the in between. But also run him at 3. Next up, we have 3 Bixie. I run this one at 3 only because for the fact that traps are being heavily played in this format. So I feel like trap immunity is really good. For his effect, when he's destroyed by battle or by card effect and sent to grave, you're allowed to summon a zing monster in attack position. So what you always want to go for is that when he's destroyed, you always want to go for Sawani because he is your 19 beat stick. So I think the biggest monster that you can go into would be the best one to summon. If you run out of Sawanis because they're all in grave or potentially moved from play, then of course you would have to go for buy-in. So, but yes, but also when he's used as a synchro material, the monsters are buffed by traps. So Seal Drain, Bottomless, Phoenix Chain, all that has no effect. But now if the monster gets warninged or Blackhorned, then that's just pretty much it. Those are the only real traps that really stop him. But also run him at 3. Next up, 1 Pulau. During the OTS, I came across a point in time to where I needed a second one, but I didn't have it. But I think 1 is okay. In my opinion, he's really bad. Spell immunity is okay. Well, I might bump it up to 2 now because you have Dark Hole and Raigeki running around, since Raigeki did come off the ban list. So I might bump this up to 2. just for that extra spell immunity, because sometimes I don't want my monster to get destroyed by Dark Hole or Raigeki now. So next we have 2 Firehand. With a deck that floats, I like this because when destroyed by battle by your opponent's card or card effect, he destroys a monster on the field, which I personally like because now these guys actually do something. I don't like 3. For me, I think 3 clogs. So I like 2. 2 is perfect. Along with the 2 fire, we have the 2 ice. Icy hot. Once again, same reason as Firehand. I don't run 3 because I feel like 3 clogs. So I feel really comfortable at 2. Plus, this also hits back row. So. Sorry if I'm yawning. I'm just a little bit tired. But potentially, I also main 3. I main 3 MSTs. So with these are also considered to be MSTs. So I like these because they hit a lot of back row. They can potentially hit warnings, vanities, which hurts the deck really bad. Just problematic cards. So just run them at 2. On to the spells. We run Triple Path. The reason behind Triple Path is because when all your monsters hit the grave and you have another Yang on the field that could potentially search, or even if you have a creation on board, just refueling your deck is so good. It's just so you don't ever run out of you never run out of key cards. You always have problem solvers in the deck. And plus, it also builds up your wall again, so you just keep spamming out defense. So that's why I run 3. I did have it at 2 at one point, but I found 2 to be, I don't know, like not as great for me. I feel like if you main deck 3, you want to see it as early as possible. If you main deck 2, then you want to see it mid to late game, and if you main deck 1, you want to see it late game. But that's just how I look at it. How you run, single, double, or triple copies of it. But that's my reason behind triple Yang Path. Next up, we have mained 3 MSTs. I main deck 3 only because it hits all the back row. It hits the bottom so your Swanee doesn't get hit. It hits the warning so your Synchros never get hit. It hits the Blackhorn, same as the reason for warning. And plus, I just feel like it's really good to end phase MST. I know people say like don't blind MST, but sometimes you want to take that chance to potentially hit a real game changer like floodgate cards and whatnot. So that's why I run 3. Next we have only 2 Pot of Duality. I run 2 for consistency. Like I said, for the reasonings, you want to see this mid game to late game, especially when you're top decking. I feel like if you open this up first turn, it's not a real big problem because you're going first, so why not? Plus, with you doing a lot of specialing in the deck, you don't want this to clog up your plays. So I feel like 2 is really good. Next up, the 1 Soul Charge. I was not running the October 1st ban list, only because the OTS was not running the new ban list. They were running on the old ban list. But I'm just playing 1 because I feel like 1 Soul Charge just gets it done, especially when you're top decking. So I feel like if you go Soul Charge for like a big play that you can push your opponent with, like you can synchro into Aboxia and you can start bouncing stuff back to the deck. I feel like that's really good. But the 1 Soul Charge, because it does get the job done. Dark Hole. Dark Hole. I actually might bump this to for a Raigeki, or if not, I could just play both. I mean, why not? Like, it combos off with your monsters, but Raigeki also destroys all your opponent's monsters. So, I just might run both, if not one or the other. Haven't decided yet, but Dark Hole. Dark Hole is Dark Hole. Onto the traps. Triple Creation. I feel like this is the key card in the deck to what makes the deck really good. This really combos off with the hands, because when they're destroyed, not only are you getting a Yang Zing on board, but you're also getting another defensive wall on board, such as monster destruction or back row destruction off the hands. So I feel like this combos off really well with the hands. So if you open up one or two with a single hand, then you're pretty much set to go off on your plays. Unless they got the MST, then they got the MST or the wiretap, or the alpha if you're running Stellar Knights. Running triple skill drain. Floodgate. This deck dies to monster effects. It can be immune to traps, spells, battle, plus 500, all you want, but this deck dies to monster effects. I cannot tell you how many times I have played against scraps that just pop my monsters because of effects, that just send my monsters back to the deck because of effects. Like honestly, you have no idea, especially when your opponent big eyes your stuff, or they 101 your stuff. It's really, really, really annoying. So you have to main deck 3, and plus when you run Triple Bixie, your monster is also unaffected by traps. So that means that they're allowed to get their effects off. My next card, you may or may not agree with this, but I'm maining 3 Vanity's Emptiness. The reason why I'm maining 3 is because it's a floodgate, and I feel like if you can get one of your boss monsters out, and you have this on board, you pretty much say they can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Because they have to get rid of this, or they have to get rid of your monster. But if your monster is buffed by traps and spells and can't be destroyed by battle, then you're pretty much already winning at this point. So that's why I feel like main decking 3 is really, really good. I was trying it at 2, and I felt like it just wasn't getting the job done because I want to see it early game. So I went ahead and bumped it up to 3. But I feel like main deck Vanity is really good. You may or may not agree with this. Just let me know what your opinions are, and I just want everybody's comment on it. Next up, Double T Prison. Only running double because you have to get over Winda. Winda is a problem in this deck, even if you don't have Skill Drain on board. Winda is a problem because it really hinders your ability to special summon, to float, to just go off. So I feel like 2's okay. Double Wiretap, just to hit annoying cards such as Deep Prison, Bottomless, Warning, just problematic cards. Torrential, because it combos off. And then the one Warning. I know I'm paying 1,000 for every skill drain and plus the potential soul charge play, but Warning is Warning, and it actually stops a lot of major plays that your opponent may or may not do. So it actually sets them back. So that's why I run it. I might cut it out. Not really sure yet, but for right now, it just holds a spot. On to the extra deck. Now I may tell you that this is a pure synchro build. So you're not gonna see any exceeds in here. For my level 3s, I run Colossus, Mistbird Colossus. I feel like if you don't have Skill Drain on board and you can make him, he's actually a walk-in Skill Drain that puts your opponent's monster to 0, so you can actually run it over, so it's not a problem. So you can summon in defense, activate effect, target their window, negate its effect, and then you can have one of your monsters just run it over. So I feel like that's really good. Next up, we have Underworld Fighter. When you make him with level 3 that can't be destroyed by battle, I feel like it's really good because now they have to kill it by card effect. And when it's destroyed by card effect, you can special summon any level 4 or lower monster from your grave. So it also allows you to float once again if you have nothing else to float with. Plus, it also brings back one of the hands, so you can kill stuff too. For my 5s, Catastor, no need to explain. Armades, because Armades is really good, especially during the mirror match and during the Shadal matchup, Artifact matchup. Just anything that happens in battle phase. If they don't get rid of this on summon, or when you enter battle, then they're already losing. For my 6s, Goyo. Obviously, Goyo is that card, and it also makes off more synchro plays because I can steal your monster, so it's really good. My second level 6 is a HTS. I personally like this because it's just a walking DD warrior lady. So 2400, you can just beat over stuff, and then whatever you attack, you can just remove from play, which is really good. It also gets rid of problematic cards. I'm running double Black Rose, cause why not? You can just blow shit up. You know, Black Rose coming to a field near you. But yeah, Black Rose is Black Rose. For my 8s, I run double Boxia. I was running triple at one point, but I felt like triple was a little bit too much, especially when you can just recycle it with the path. So I feel like 2 is really good. And my personal opinion, I feel like Boxia is really good for the sole fact that when summoned, you can send back to your opponent's deck as many cards as you use to synchro summon him, and the most cards you're going to send back is 4 because of the 4 Yang Zings. So, and plus the second effect is really good because you can target any card on your side of the field. You can destroy it and special summon one monster from your grave. So I feel like you can get. I mean, I don't feel like anything is going to be dead in this deck other than maybe like a duality that you could set. Then you could just pop it, and then you could bring back another Sawani from grave. But it has to be level 4 or lower. But it's fine. You can always do other synchro plays. Crimson Blader for Dragon matchup. Scrap Dragon because it also combos off with the deck, especially with creation. You just get all the pluses in the world. Stardust. I prefer Stardust over Spark, only for the sole fact that you can protect all your monsters or all your back row depending on what all they're playing. So you don't have to just save one monster, you can save your entire field. So I feel like Stardust is just better in my opinion. Mistworm, because who doesn't like sending stuff to the opponent's hand? That, like, okay, well you attack me, if I don't have Skill Drain up, you attack me, Chain Effect, Synchro into 9, bounce everything back. It's so good. And last but not least, a Leo, my level 10. Personally, I think Leo is really good, especially when you make him unstoppable by traps and spells and can't die by battle. You just win. That's all you do. You just win. That is my main deck and my extra deck. Side deck. I don't know. I kind of just put it together. So, change its appearance because I thought I was going to see Burning Abyss. This hits all their monsters except for Scram, I believe, because he is 1600. But other than that, it hits Tour Guide. It hits the other 1000s. And plus, when they summon Dante, you can chain this your Dante or their Dante, and it also removes it from the extra deck, which I think is really good because it stops like 95% of their plays, because all they do is summon Tour Guide, go on Dante, and mill for 1, mill for 2, then rank up into Pallades, which I think the deck is only good because of Pallades, but Yeah, just run two chains just because of that. Heightened Prisoner Mirror because Stellar Knights are a thing. Yeah. Shadow Mirror for Shaddolls. Shaddolls, and once again Burning Abyss. Debunk, because why not? Because Boojins are still a thing, because they're cheap as fuck right now. So, Debunk. My personal tech that I was using at the OTS, and the band played on. The reason why I was playing this is because it disrupts a lot of plays for your opponent. Not so much yourself, only because when you activate this, you pretty much put your opponent in the corner of, you have to play my game. I'm not playing your whole special summon one level 4, special summon another level 4. No. Because it says neither player can special summon monsters of the same level or the same rank as they already control. So no, you're not gonna rank 4 spam me. You're not gonna level 4, level 3 spam me. You're not gonna go tour guide, special, whatever. No, this just says no. So I personally like it. It was one of those clutch cards. Next up, we have the double Exceed Encore. If they already have a level that's already on the field, like if they already have a level 3 but they overlaid with a level 4, like Girga likes to do, then you can just Exceed Encore, because it combos off really well with and the band played on. So you Exceed Encore, send their Exceed back, and then they can't special summon anything else. But now if they don't control any of the same level, then they special at the same time, and the band played on has no effect. But I personally like Exceed Encore because you can send back their Pallades, you can send back their Dantes, you just send back all the problem cards that you see, and it's really good because it's also super poly. You can't chain to it, so why not? Next up, 2 slow release because Boojins are still a thing, and anything else that likes to work off grave, so that's why you play it. And my personal tech, no matter what deck I play, Grand Mole. Grand Mole is that problem solver. He gets rid of Deprison, he gets rid of Warning, he gets rid of Compulse, he gets rid of problematic cards, he makes your opponent use Pallades effect to just bounce him back. So I feel like he's really, really good. Well, that's it for the main deck, extra deck, and side deck. I did take this to OTS, like I said earlier, and I did tie for second. So I pretty much came in 3rd place, only because my name was like 3rd on the list. But if you have any questions, please comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the deck. If you have any questions, just let me know. I really want to hear your feedback from you guys. So remember, later.